here, and I'm here for a very new segment of video, I suppose you could call it, where I'm actually doing a Q&A today. What? I was asked on my Facebook if I've ever done one, and if I did, would I like to? And I was like, sure. So we'll get started on that. I took notes on my thing. Because some of them were really in-depth questions, and I just want to make sure I gave the right answer, like the answer that I wanted to give, and not like something that I just threw up off the top of my head. So let's get started. Side note, I'm also unnecessarily wearing Jeffrey Campbell's in a video where you're not going to see my feet. So first one is, who are you inspired by in the cosplay community? I'm inspired by like several different people. One of them is very cliche, but it's my best friend Arame, and she keeps like pulling shit out of her ass, and I'm like, I want to do that. Oh, you're working with Warbla? Oh, you have mannequins? Okay, I want that, and I want to do that, and let me help you do that with you. Oh, okay. Next is Deja Vu D, which she's kind of a local. I'm assuming she's a local name, because I never, when I went to outside, like, this area kind of conventions, like, you know, nothing about her was, like, really known. But I like her. I've liked her stuff for a really, like, her videos and her as a person, just for a really, really long time. I really admire her cosplay ability, because as far as I'm telling, she's making her stuff, and I'm buying a lot of my stuff, and I wanna make my stuff again, and I don't know. Yeah. Thirdly, and just the most, like, I don't know if it's like obvious or not, but it's Jessica Nigiri. I met her at Katsucon this last year. I just took a quick ass selfie with her because I don't even know what time it was. I know it was dark. I know I was drunk, and I saw Jessica Nigiri, and I was like, this is my moment. I have to get a selfie with her. And I did, and she was really nice. I don't know if she could tell I was intoxicated or not, but if she could, yay for how you handled that. But she's just really nice. I really like all of her cosplays. She's braver in her own body than I am, and I want to work my way up to like the confidence level that she has. Like, I want to feel confident going out in 10% of the cosplays that she wears, and I don't know, she's my butt-spiration when I go to the gym. But. Next question is like really in-depth for me. It's what is your life dream? And okay, my dream is to be Hokage. Just kidding. Number one is like, I want to travel. I love to travel. For someone who really hasn't been a lot of places, but the places I've been are like far. I've been to Japan, I've been to Canada, and I've been to like certain places around the US that aren't really that exciting. But when I was in Japan, that was like the most fun I've ever had in another country where I didn't speak the language, even though I'm working on it. But I would love to go back there again during maybe a form of Comiket, so I can actually do a cosplay there and not feel like a weirdo. And I don't know, I just loved going to Japan. I want to go to Japan again. I want to study abroad in Japan. I just want to travel. I want to go to all these places. I want to go where movies were filmed. I want to go to, you know, Hogwarts Castle. I want to do the train ride thing. I want to go to New Zealand and walk from the place where they filmed The Shire to the place where they filmed Mordor. I want to walk to Mordor. Someone do that with me. That's it. I want to see the world that we live in, and at the same time do appropriate cosplays in each location. I want to go to Italy. It's the birthplace of me. I'm Sicilian. Don't let my great-great-grandfather know that I called myself Italian. He'd be really mad. But I'm Sicilian. I want to go to the birthplace of my people and maybe bring an Assassin's Creed cosplay. But I want to go to all of these places, and I just want to see what's out there. Other than that, I want to be happy, and I want to make other people happy, because when you guys come up to me at conventions and you're like, hey, I recognize you from the internet, and you're smiling and you're not like mad about it, I'm like, oh, you're laughing when you're watching my videos. Oh, I'm making you laugh? I don't even know who you are. Okay. But I love that feeling, you guys, because I want to make you feel good, and then you make me feel good in return, and then so I'll keep working towards that, I guess. So we're following up Life Dream with my dream cosplay, which ask 14-year-old me that question, because I'd give you a long answer of stuff. But really right now is the one thing it's potentially attainable, it's just very expensive, is a mermaid tail. I just want a full synthetic synthetic. No, it's not synthetic. It's silicone. Silicone! I want a full silicone mermaid tail. They're very pricey, but they're beautiful, and I just want one. I think if I do get one, I'd go with blue, not only because it's my favorite color, duh, but because then I can recycle it for a lot of cosplays that I want to do. I actually want to do a Vaporeon cosplay eventually because it's my favorite Pokemon, and what better way to do that with an actual tail and do like an underwater photo shoot, and hopefully by the time I do that, I won't need a wig to take underwater and ruin because my hair will be blue because I'm a wig elitist, but I don't want to get one underwater. I also want to maybe hopefully someday get like a group of Ariel and her sisters, and her favorite sister of mine is the one with the blue tail. What's her name? It starts with an A. Okay, Google. Ariel's sister with blue tail. Aquata! It's Aquata. I want to be Aquata. Yes, I want a mermaid tail so I can use it for so many things, and maybe just like personal shoots of myself just being a BA mermaid. I don't know. Other than that I just want to do like really, really elaborate stuff. Like I want to be Claudia, Ezio's sister from Assassin's Creed 2. It's just so much intricate like beading and stuff like that. I just want to do stuff like that. I want to do beautiful, over-the-top, poofy, ball gown, Cinderella type dresses, but just eventually I just want the big, giant princess poof. And then to top it all off, maybe someday I want Stormtrooper armor, but maybe I want Force Awakening Trooper armor, because they're really cool and I just want to touch it. The celebration is happening right now and I want to die, but I just want to touch it. Who do I want to team up with? It's a good question. There's a lot of cosplayers out there in general. I love doing group cosplays in general just because when I first started cosplaying I never got that opportunity, and now I'm kind of getting that opportunity with Arome because we besties and Titans go. But we cosplay a lot of the same stuff, or at least we're starting to. The only really matching one we have is we just have 2 cosplays from Love Live that are the same character. We both just have 2 versions of Nico and Kotori, and we're getting more versions of Nico and Kotori. I would maybe, and these other 2 are well, one of them I'm sure would if I asked him. But Deja Vu is also one of them who I mentioned as a cosplayer that I look up to, just because I really love her AKB 0048 cosplays, despite having only watched 3 episodes of AKB, and I know she does huge groups and she's in Dance of Japan suit and all that other stuff, but just to get like one shot with her would be awesome. And then thirdly, but like there's a TM afterwards. And thirdly, I think actually might happen once I get far enough in the manga where I feel comfortable doing it, is with Mr. E, because everyone's already cosplays Jotaro. I have loved Jolene's character design for a really long time since I started getting into JoJo's, and I immediately just looked up who, all the JoJo's were of each arc. I love her character design, but I'm not the type of person who's going to cosplay something without seeing it or reading it first, and I'm on part 5 of the manga right now, so I'm getting there. But it'd be fun because Mr. E does Jotaro and then Jolene is his daughter, so it would be fun because I don't know why. I also just want to do a JoJo's cosplay in general, so what better way to do it with someone that I know that already does a good JoJo's and just go from there. And lastly, it'll never happen because not that I don't have the boobs for it, I don't have the boobs for it, but it would be just Jessica Nigiri, which is never gonna happen, but it's in my dreams. The next one is photographers that I love working with. Well, only recently have I really been getting actually a lot of pictures by like known photographers that have like big cosplay pages and stuff, and I don't necessarily have a favorite yet because I've never had a bad experience with any of them, and this has only been happening with the last maybe year or so for me. So I just love working with photographers. I like to think I take direction well, and it's always really interesting to see how one person likes to shoot in comparison to another person, and either way there's a great shot of me in there somewhere, and they bring out different sides of my cosplay that I wasn't aware of. It teaches me how to pose better. Senior year of high school, I went to Barbizon Modeling School, whoop, and I try to use a lot of things that I used in that class in my everyday life, and it's actually really relevant now with the cosplay, and I always just want to get better at whatever it is that I'm doing. So I like the critiques that the photographers give me. Don't be afraid to pose me. Don't be afraid to tell me to do this. Tell me to look left. Tell me to look up. Please tell me what you want from me in a photography session, because I want you to get the shot that you want, and in turn will mean it's the shot that I want. So, yeah. Favorite convention. I have one all-time favorite, and then I have one that's fighting for the favorite right now. My all-time favorite is Otakon. I've been attending Otakon since 2008. It's more of a nostalgia factor for me. I love going back to Otakon and seeing people that I know. It's really the one main instance where I can see a lot of my cosplay friends that aren't local to me, and that's when I see them and I say hi and we catch up, and it's fun and it's hot, but it's fun. I'm really looking forward to this year's just because of the cosplays that I will be bringing and thus the photo shoot opportunities that I'll be having. And yes, battling for my favorite is MagFest. I have only been to one MagFest, which was this year, but that's probably the most fun that I've had at a convention in a long time, and I think I only cosplayed one day of it. I had so much fun at that convention, and I can't wait to go again with a lot of like my really close friends like Aromay. I'm really trying to get her to go to next year's, or Point 5 if that's happening this year, and I really just can't wait to go back to MagFest because I met Danny Sexbag and I want to meet everybody else. And Melina, Susie Mortimer, she favorited my tweet where I said I was going to the panel and wearing Jeffrey Campbell's, and I was like, Did she retweet it or favorite it? I don't remember, but I had like a 5-minute moment to myself where I'm like, Susie retweeted my tweet! Susie retweeted my tweet! Favorited my tweet! I don't! Retweeted my tweet! That's my tweet! And I was just really happy about it. But I definitely want to go again for that because it's a different environment from an anime convention environment, where that one is a video game and music convention, and I had so much fun at it. Half the music I didn't know, but I had fun, and I played Taiko Drum Master at least 20 times, and that was fun, and I yelled a lot. But I'm looking forward to MagFest. I don't want to miss the convention ever again. What do I do out of cosplay? Okay, I'm a bit of a thrill seeker. I live close to Hershey, Pennsylvania, so I've grown up with Hershey Park. I love roller coasters, I love rides. I used to work at Disney World and Universal Studios, so I was on those rides every chance that I had a day off. So I love going to theme parks, I love getting on rides. I've been on King Ka, which at the time when I rode it was the tallest and fastest coaster in the world. Lord baby Jesus help my heart. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get on that one again. I also, every other like stereotypical nerd stuff, like I like to read, I like to play video games and do all that stuff. Currently right now, I've taken a couple months off of playing Far Cry 4, which is the game that I was most recently playing. I want to get back into Far Cry 4. I actually really like Far Cry. That's the only Far Cry game I've played, and I only got it because I had a season pass to Assassin's Creed Unity, and that was the free game that I chose, so that worked for me. My favorite all-time video game is like the Kingdom Hearts series, which I have yet to cosplay from, and I really want to fix that. Harry Potter is like a huge impact in my life. Right now, for the first time, I'm reading Ink Master. Is that what it's called? Yeah. That's the first time I've ever read this book. I'm actually kind of interested in it. Yeah, that's what I like to do. And what else did I say? Oh, and obviously as a YouTuber, I'm into watching YouTube. And look, it coincides with everything else. Most of the channels I watch are Markiplier and Rooster Teeth and Let's Plays, and that's pretty much what I watch all the time. Yeah, it's Game Grumps, Markiplier, and any Rooster Teeth production, which includes Achievement Hunter. So that's pretty much my TV for me, but that's what you can probably find me doing. Most of the time I'm in my house. If I'm not in my house, I'm at the mall playing ITG or at a convention. Okay, this one's really deep for me. It's one thing that anime has done for me that I'm grateful for. Let's see, how old was I? I got into anime when I was 13 or 14 years old because someone who's a very close friend to me right now sat next to me on the bus and said, hey, there's a show called Inuyasha, you should watch it. And I did. And from there on out, I feel like what would have been the rest of my life took a turn where I just suddenly dived into this culture and became a weeaboo and then stopped being a weeaboo. And the one thing that I love that anime has brought me, it's it's brought me friends and memories that I never would have had without it. Like, sure, some people would have been in my life anyways, but like my best friend ever, I wouldn't have had without anime. When we did the Disney college program, I was all over Tumblr trying to find a roommate, and oh look, she likes anime and all that other stuff. Okay, I think we'll make good roommates. And now this bitch gonna be the maid of honor whenever the hell I get married. That's not gonna happen anytime soon. But I have it planned out, and you damn Skippy, I'm gonna be in hers. And I don't know what I'd do without her. But friendships and whatever aside, it's giving me all these opportunities to, I don't know, let myself grow as a person and just, I don't know. Anime did a lot for me. Anime kind of just changed probably who I was going to be, and I don't know who that person would have been, and I don't know if that version of me would have been as happy as I am now. I don't know. It made me cry. What anime am I currently watching, and what's my favorite manga? So currently watching, I had to write a list, so hold on. I'm currently watching JoJo's, Uta no Prince-sama. Those are the animes that I'm watching right now. I want to get into Psycho-Pass. I have to figure out how to watch that. I think it's on the Funimation website. But those are my two right now. I'm all caught up on JoJo's. I'm also really far ahead of it on the manga. As previously mentioned, I'm on part 5. Uta no Prince-sama is pretty much Love Live but dudes, and Ichinose is my husband, and I might be doing a cosplay from that in the future. I don't know. But I suggest it. It's just one of those shows that makes me smile and like feel good. It gives me the same feeling that Ouran High School Host Club does, where if I just put it on, I'm gonna smile at least once during an episode, and it's gonna brighten my day a little bit. And then JoJo's is just, oh, really muscular men and fighting and stands and, you know. On to my favorite manga. I haven't really read much manga in a while besides that I'm reading JoJo's right now. I'd probably say that my all-time favorite manga ever was Azumanga Daioh, which I read when I was probably, I'm guessing 15. That's the first manga that I read that I physically laugh out loud at, and I consistently laugh out loud at that manga. I'm missing actually some books from the series of it, even despite having completed it, and I want to get it back together again because, man, that show just makes me laugh. And I said show, but that's one of the instances where I actually really enjoy the manga in comparison to the anime, which is, generally speaking, a first for me. But yeah, so that's the end of it. That's the end of my Q&A. I'm sorry if it felt like it was everywhere. I've never done anything this so-called structured before, because when I do my other videos, I just kind of go off of what footage I already have, and then review said footage, and then immediately make commentary about it. So this was like really planned out and hopefully concise. I am not sure if it felt concise at all, but there you go. So that's a little bit about me, minorians. Yeah, I hope I didn't scare anybody away. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm really glad that I had this opportunity so you guys could just learn a little bit more about me. Maybe I can learn more about you guys. I don't know. Come say hi to me in the future. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever. I hope nobody hates me. Okay, bye!